Aviation fascinates me, and lately I've been really interested in lighter-than-air technology. From helium balloons to Led Zeppelins to hot air balloons, each of these are incredible pieces of modern technology. Incredible! Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to embark on a new project, the one-to-one, full-sized hot air balloon simulator. The first step we need to do is to look for some parts. The gondola is the part you sit in, and we need to find something that I can fit in. I tried a few different materials and configurations for this, but I found that some of them definitely worked better than others. I'm thinking of going with a laundry basket and perhaps a storage bin, as those seem to be the most roomy and the most effective use of space as well. There are also readily available components that you can easily source. If this project is going to be successful, I need one thing. I need it. I think we just need to uninstall these blinds. So my parents said, no, you cannot uninstall the blinds. But what I say to that is you can't starve an artist. Otherwise they chop off their ears and stuff, like Van Gogh. Think about that. This is another very tricky part to source, and I'm still looking through components. But if any of you can find a cord for the, throttle control, that would be incredibly helpful. I'll keep looking all throughout this week, and actually just until I find one. I won't stop until I find my throttle cord. It's been hiding from me all along. Could it be? I'll just take these. The next part of this is a switch panel. Hot air balloons are incredibly simple. They just require 3 buttons on their switch panel. The landing lights, the APU, and the seat heaters. Because there are only 3 switches instead of 7, I can splurge a little bit and look into investing in titanium switches. I think titanium switches will be a lot more durable at an improper fraction of the cost. For the pull handle, for the, throttle control, I'm going to use, actually a piece of wood. I think that would give a good result. And I got this piece of wood out of the firewood pile, and I think this will give it a very rustic look, which I think would be very good for the simulator because hot air balloons sometimes have rustic looks if they're old. It's just science. A lot of you might be saying, Trevor, don't get sidetracked. You have one project right now, you should probably only have one. And to that I say, you are right. From this point on, I am scrapping my Cessna 172 project. I'll need a lot of the bolts and screws from the Cessna 172 to go into the hot air balloon. It's kind of a rebirth. In fact, even the fire from the hot air balloon represents kind of a phoenix. I don't want to get sidetracked in this project. I immediately deleted all of my Fusion 360 files so that they wouldn't take up space in Fusion 360, and also so that I wouldn't be distracted. I disassembled the Cessna 172 project for 2 reasons. The first reason is that I don't have enough space. The gondola is going to be about 7 feet by 7 feet, and with this configuration we won't be able to fit both the Cessna 172 and the hot air balloon in the garage. Since this is going to be an inflatable hot air balloon, the hot air balloon will actually take up more vertical space than it does horizontal. I'm actually this evening moving my bed into the workshop and using my entire bedroom vertical space as the space for the hot air balloon to fill up. So here is a graphical representation of our house. Here is our hot air balloon, and then here is a 747 for scale. The second reason is for the screws. Because of the largeness of this project, it needs a lot of screws, and I don't have that many screws. Granted, screws can be found at Lowe's for $5 a package, but I already purchased them, so why would I purchase them twice? it would be stupid to not use the screws from the Cessna 172 project. I already spent at least $5 in screws on the Cessna 172 project, and I really need to recoup my losses. These screws also take up space in my workshop, and remember, I need as much space as I can get because this is going to be not only full-sized, but it's going to be the entire hot air balloon. There are a few parts I'm still waiting for. I ordered a giant parachute the size of Rhode Island. That's expecting to come here by about tomorrow. It's one of those parachutes you use for physical education where you all kind of inflate it and try to fling softballs and stuff. But I think the parachute will be the best bet because it's very similar material to actual hot air balloons. I really want to have this a full sensation, so I'm actually going to create a flamethrower that puts heat above your head so that you kind of get the feeling for what it would feel like to have flames going into the hot air balloon. I'm really excited to start this project, and I hope that you are excited to start this project with me too. Below this video, you can find a link to the hot air balloon GitHub. That's where I'll be sharing all of the files, open source, for this simulator. And make sure to like, share, subscribe. I know that some of you might be heartbroken that I'm stopping my Cessna 172 project, but before you unsubscribe, check the significance of the publish date.